So we were in council mode today, and the Lord showed me something. The Lord showed me a person shadow boxing. Shadow boxing is a preparation. You are intentionally doing this action for training. So I think it's just boxing, and you kind of boxing again. Your shadow, and you're training, and you're developing what that kind of thing develops. But it was more of an example of something. So the Lord was like, most people in these certain moments, and the moments are not even necessarily one time. I think we all, as we move from stage to stage, to glory, we always find ourselves in a place where we're trying to understand where we are. And when we don't understand where we are, we turn the atmosphere, or we turn the season into something that necessarily it's not. So let's say you're in a moment where you're not necessarily sure what God is doing or what God wants from you, and you got a little hard moments. Maybe you need some things to change and they're not changing, and you're praying about it, you're fasting, you're doing a lot of action work, and nothing's changing. So what God was saying is, he said, it's because you're not where you think you are. Most times when we get to warfare, we're praying and we're fasting and we're doing these things, we're looking for breakthrough, we're looking to move these mountains. We think that there's something holding us up. So we have to warfare in order to be free from the clutches of the enemy. And God was like, no, you're just in a shadow boxing moment, and you have to do it. And it's funny, I had a video, because I said, where did I hear myself say this before? And it was another video, but this is definitely a lot different. And that was like months and months ago, may even been a year or more. But nonetheless, you're in this place where you're training. God is training you, and he's teaching you how to pay attention to where he is with you. And if you're not careful, you will literally be in a war against nobody. And that was the scenery with the shadow boxing. You're literally in a fight for your life, and you're literally fighting nobody. You're fighting, there's no enemy there. You just don't recognize that you will be in moments where you are being trained to tune or to fine tune something about your spirit or your ear or your soul that God needs you to fine tune, or he needs you to let him fine tune, in order that you'll be ready to move forward to wherever he's taking you in that moment. So don't be discouraged when you're in this place where, man, nothing is changing. There's no breakthrough. And the only reason why there's no breakthrough the way you want it is because it's not needed. It's not time for that yet. So when you are, when you're worried, when you're like, Lord, there's nothing changing, maybe, just maybe, you're in a shadow boxing moment where you're in training, and you're literally working out with yourself. You're working out with your mind, your will, and your emotions, your intent. You're working with God to fine tune those places so that you can be ready for the next elevation that you're heading to. I hope it makes sense, people, because it's really crucial, because a lot of us spend a lot of unnecessary energy and unnecessary strategizing. We think that we're doing it righteously, but you'll find out that it's not necessarily the place where God is having you, in that moment. Yeah, there is a time for warfare, but a lot of times God is fine tuning this place within you that needs to be stretched, and it needs to be, you need to, what is it? When you lift weights, you start to tear muscle so more muscle can grow. It's like that. So you just got to allow God to tear some muscles so that you can build more, and you can be ready for, again, that next plateau that you're getting ready to step into or step onto. And that's the place, maybe, that, you know, true warfare will be needed. But sometimes it's not even that either. So I hope it made sense, people. Pastor Jamal, Rising Ground Church. I'll talk to you. Peace.